All right. So I get you guys JD music. You have a new record about coming out. What's up with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've got a record coming out in 5.5 hours, which is crazy. Um, it's a record called Silver. It's our third album. Um, I am so excited. Just today, I was holding the record in my hands for the first time, um, really ever that I have held a physical copy of our music because we printed vinyl for this record. And in all of the years of me making music, I've never actually held my art, and that was a pretty crazy experience. So, needless to say, I am very, very excited. Um, a lot went into this record. Um, Ashton sounds just as crazy as usual on this record. I think we buffed Ashton on this record, so I'm really excited. I think we buffed Ashton. Um, but yeah, I think this is some of my favorite songs I've written. It's the most work I've put into a record. Um, but yeah, I'm just really excited for our fans to hear this. I think they'll really like it.
Awesome. So I get that the title Silver is a part of a story you've been putting on through your music. What's up with that story?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, the name Silver carries a lot of weight in this kind of allegory, really. I've always thought of JD as my way of just communicating, obviously, like most art, just your way, how you feel, and the way that you view the world. So I um, have really decided to try and communicate that through visuals and some kind of allegory, really. Um, So, leading up to this record, there's a lot of little tidbits that will then make things click. Make a lot of things click when you listen to this record, not only this record, but also past records. And I just think it's just this really cool experience. I think JD's a fun experience rather than just listening to music. And that's what I've always loved most about my favorite art is that it isn't just one song that you add to your playlist that you think, oh, that's a cool song, and you forget about it. But no, it's an experience that lives outside of just being a 3.5 minute song. So that's what I'm excited because I feel like this record expands on that more so than any other past one. So, oh no, I don't know if I can hear you.
I missed a button. So,
There we go.
uh
Back.
your music videos tell that story very well too. And
Oh, thank you.
I was showing one of your music videos to one of my friends, and he's like, "Dude, that is so well made. It looks like it should have like 2 million views, not 2,000 or whatever it was." I'm like, "Dude, that's what I've been saying." Like, uh,
Oh man, I
so
appreciate it. I
with
am
them being so well made, about like how much do your videos cost to record? Is it a small budget, or do you have a larger budget you can use?
I'll tell you, we are I feel like this industry is just fake it till you make it. We are absolutely a small band, but what makes this band just so special to me is not like it really is just the people that are involved here that are just talented, beyond talented. Our videographer, he is someone I work very closely with in terms of the creative direction and the storytelling. Connor Harrington, he is a huge partner in all of this. And of course, me and Ashton coming together. And I just think that Connor is able to bring to life what we think quite a bit. But yeah, no, nothing crazy. We're just this independent band that thinks, you know what, this is how I want music to roll out, how I want it to look, how I want it to feel. And yeah, so it's that's what makes it really special is when we take on shows. or projects like this album and a show like Kemba Live when it comes out to be really just a team made up of all of our friends that are just wildly talented. So um, that's one of the things I just love most about JD. So
Awesome. And I also understand you have a first headlining show in almost 2 years in Columbus coming up. Is that right?
yeah, it's coming up in about a week from Saturday, which is just insane. Um, yeah, it was about a year and a half since our last show, and since then we have been so busy playing tours all across the country and places we've never played before, across the world, and 13 different cities overseas for our first overseas tour. And we were just like constantly having a conversation. When will we come back to Columbus? Because we're just itching to. And we felt like it had been so long, but there wasn't any better time than when we released the record. So I think of this as an album release show that everybody will get to see the songs debuted for the first time live. And yeah, I think this album will sound really cool on the stage at Kemba. So I think this is going to be the best JD show by far.
That's awesome. And with performing, I know you've told the story before on your TikTok, I believe. What was your first performance like? I remember for
Yeah,
anyone who hasn't seen that video.
yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, I got my start making music when I was like around 14 years old, just creating music on Logic Pro and dreaming big. It wasn't until I was 17 where a good friend of mine, Jay Joseph, asked me to be the bassist for his band as he was about to open on tour for his brother Tyler Joseph of 21 Pilots. Um, so my first touring experience was on arena tours um, with Jay Joseph, and that really showed me, you know what? Okay, this is what performing live looks like. This is how to put on a show. This is what not to do. Trial by fire, really. And I learned a lot, which ended up giving me the confidence to say, you know what? I have things I want to say behind the mic, not just behind the bass guitar. And um, that's when JD formed. And that's when, coincidentally, I met the world's greatest drummer, being Ashton Bergdorf. And yeah, ever since then, we have played, I want to say, 150 plus shows. And it's been an absolute blast. And I'm really, really excited to just see how this band continues to evolve. And I feel like this record is a huge evolution in something that just feels so JD. This record feels really JD. But to that point, talking about the first time I ever performed live, being on those huge stages, there's a song on this record called Eclipse that talks a lot about um, what I would like to say is just the JD origin story, or just my origin story, um, in how I first fell in love with music when I was super, super young, and how I fell in love with music when I first went to a concert, my first ever concert, and how the sub like bass frequencies made my stomach upset, and how everybody was screaming so loud. It was just like, what is this? But I want to recreate this experience for somebody because it was so impactful for me. So ever since that, just worked every single day and tried working on music, creating music. And fast forward, I was 17 years old playing these arenas, and I thought, man, this is what people think, this is what you've made it. You've made it. And I kind of felt this feeling of like, what's next? It's not enough, which was just a very weird feeling. And our song Eclipse talks a lot about that and how it's easy to let um, your ambition and your dreams completely eclipse the good that's happened so far. The fact that I did play on those stages, the fact that we did go overseas for the first time and we've played 150 plus shows and we're putting this album out for such incredible fans. Like it's easy to forget just how lucky this band is. Um, so yeah, that's a dive into one of the songs on the record.
So you said when you were 14 you started to make music, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Was there anything before that you wanted to do as a career? Was that kind of the first thought once you discovered that?
I I wanted to do really anything that I could make money so that I could get equipment to make music. But before I wanted to make music, really, I just wanted a job where I could listen to music while I worked it. Like, I don't know. It was like there never seemed to be another option for me. Maybe I thought business so that I could learn what to do for my own music career, like that kind of stuff. But there never seemed to be a second option. If anything was an option, it seemed like a stepping stone to get to the music. Um, that's just always been my dream of really just resonating. I think resonating with people that think like me, that feel like me, that hurt like me, that um, experience this world like me. And I think it's a much less lonely existence when you know there's more people like you out there. And I just want to gather all of those people together and say, hey, you're not alone. So, yeah,
Which is also what you said previously one time, that is also your favorite lyric in one of your songs, right?
right. Yeah. One of my favorite lyrics is in the song that's on our first ever record called The Haze. It's a song called Sunseekers. And at the very end, the line, don't forget where shadows dwell, a light is surely close. That's always been something that I feel like represents this band and what we stand for is that the world is not a great place. There's not a lot of great things out there, but there is good out there. And for those who feel discouraged, I want to let them know that, hey, you are not alone. As much as you might think that's the case, you might look around and you might be convinced of this lie that, man, this is just, I feel alone in this. I really want to make clear to people like, hey, I feel that too. And let's work through that together. Let's find a light because if there is a shadow, that's indicative of a light close by. That's a lyric where if anyone ever approaches me and says, hey, I want this tattooed, or like I want a tattoo of a lyric, I'll say, hey, do this lyric. Don't forget where shadows dwell, a light is surely close. Um, but yeah, there's gonna be even more on this new record that I feel like are gonna end up end up being something that I really like for tattoo purposes. I'm still tattooless, bro. I need a tattoo.
Me too.
I don't know what.
My parents won't let me, so
Yeah, I feel like my mom would hate if I got a tattoo.
yeah, my parents just hate tattoos in general. So like, I don't know if I want to let them down when I'm 18, but we'll see.
I should like I should go Post Malone on my mom. Like I don't know, like something absurd. Like I should get Ashton's face on my face.
That'll work.
It's a weird sentence. I don't know. I don't know if I like that sentence. Somebody does. That's what's unfortunate. Is
Someone does probably.
someone
Yeah.
out there was like, "Yeah, that's what we want. That's what we came here for."
Hey, if that's you watching this, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know.
That'll do it. I mean, like, yeah, yeah, that will absolutely do it. You know, That's something that like me and Ashton experienced um not too long ago. Um there was like a photo that somebody drew of us kissing.
Oh, like kind of like Joshler. Oh no.
Well, in that moment I said this is a good sign because this means the band is working, but like so when I received that picture in the weirdest way I was like kind of excited, but not in like not in a way where I was like me and Ashton were both like this is like not what we thought we would be seeing today, but this means that somebody is so like you know what I mean? Like that's indicative that it's working in the, the weirdest way possible. I'm gonna stop talking, but yeah. So
It's just gonna be like the 21 Pilots picture all over again of those
oh
two.
dude,
Oh no.
dude,
Okay.
oh boy,
Well,
oh boy,
I think that wraps up the interview. So
goodness.
if you are watching this and you are aware that I filmed with Jarrett in person 2 days ago. The audio quality
He
was
drove.
horrible. I drove two
You,
hours to go interview him. The audio quality did not go very well.
dude.
Um,
That
if
sounded
you, yeah,
like
I sent him a clip. It was not good. It hold on, let me. I'm about to pull it up so the recording can see it. Hold on.
I kind of liked the vocal effect. I was like, you know what? Like in the right context, this would be awesome. Like in in Chokehold, for example, like you'll hear the same vocal effect essentially on the record. Um, except imagine that vocal effect that's in the song for maybe like a second and a half. Imagine that for 45 minutes.
Okay, so for the recording, you can, or actually, I can screen share it so you can see it too at the same time, I guess.
Oh, we going screen
Uh,
share. Let's go.
yeah. So this this is what's going on, okay? This is the audio we got after I did this.
This album, it's it is an album. That is true.
They
You can
can't.
still hear what you're saying. So, if you want me to release that full thing, it's about an hour long. It also cuts off at the end. No idea why it stopped recording. Battery level was fine. SD card was not full at all. It just stopped recording. Um, but if you want it released, let me know. I might do it with Jared's approval.
Dude, I
But
mean, if
audio
somebody
quality not
truly
good.
wants to hear what sounds like me screaming in the microphone, whenever
Uh,
I'm on Xbox, I always get roasted for having my mic like in my mouth.
I used to until I got a better headset.
But
But
like I do that for the bit too. Like I like literally eating my microphone sometimes.
when I sent one of those clips in the Discord, they literally just said, "Yeah, Jarrett has a tendency to eat microphones." So I don't
Dude,
know.
I mean, it's a favorite snack, dude. Very, very high in protein.
Is it? I thought it would
No,
be like high in iron, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe high in iron, like legitimately, like
Yeah.
pretty high in iron, I
Okay.
would assume.
Yeah.
Probably die if I did that.
All right,
Man,
but you got to get back to rehearsing, so
I
I'll
am,
let you
dude.
go.
The barn.
The barn.
We had the barn, the infamous barn.